What's up YouTube, it's your boy RJ and I'm back with another video for y'all. Now we have why Marvel's Inhumans was such a flop. Now I can really answer that one because really that trailer was garbage. Okay, the purpose of a trailer is to get you hyped for something. It's supposed to make you feel to want to go see it. You know, I'm hyped to see this. Like, it's supposed to make you hype, you feel me? And then like this one, Inhumans trailer, when I watched it, I didn't get that feeling at all. I just got, this trailer sucks. This is gonna be a dry series. This is bad acting. Like this, it's like so uninterested. Like especially for people who don't know who the Inhumans are, which I didn't. I had to do my research. I had to do my research. You feel me? So that trailer was just so garbage. It was like, why are we wasting our time with this show? You feel me? Like, honestly, I knew it was gonna be a flop. I could just look at it and be like, yeah, this is gonna be terrible. And then come to find out, the director of Inhumans is the director of Iron Fist. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be trash. But at least with Iron Fist, the trailer got me hyped, and I was like, okay, Danny, you know, a little something. You feel me? And then we saw what that show turned out to be. Yeah, but I mean, you feel me? So I already knew Inhumans was gonna be kind of trash, you feel me? But I think Marvel's gonna go through this because when Infinity War just ends, that's because really Infinity War is the equal to LeBron leaving the Cavs for the first time. It's like you're up here and then everything after that, it's just like you're rebuilding. Like the Cavs, when LeBron left, they drafted Kyrie, you know, got some decent players, they were rebuilding. Even, I'm not gonna say Marvel's gonna be that terrible, not at all, but you know what I'm saying. It's like Marvel's gonna be rebuilding after Infinity War, because Infinity War is like the climax of everything. You feel me? It's not gonna be, and honestly, I don't think Marvel's gonna be as really popular to the casual fan as they were when they had like Cap and all of these heroes. Like honestly, they're gonna die in this Infinity War. So it's like, you know, Marvel's in a very special place. But Inhumans, man, I already knew it was gonna suck. The trailer sucked. So I mean, let's get to why Looper thinks that why Inhumans was a flop. So let's get to the video. 3, 2, 1.
Marvel's ABC TV series Inhumans made its long-awaited debut, with a modified version of the first 2 episodes landing in IMAX theaters across the country. Unfortunately, the reaction from critics and fans has not been kind. The theatrical release currently has yet to earn a single positive review on Rotten Tomatoes.
0%,
the box office take has been
like,
anemic, and fans have been left wondering how a project that spent such a long time in development is turning out to be Marvel's first massive flop. There are several factors that brought Inhumans to this point, so let's take a look at where this project went so wrong.
This just made it a movie.
Red light, green light. Inhumans was first announced in 2014 as part of Marvel Studios' slate of then upcoming theatrical releases, and it was intended at the time to be included in Phase 3. The Inhuman royal family was never the most high-profile of Marvel's stable of characters, but at the time of the announcement, the studio was coming off the
Infinity War
smash hit Guardians of the Galaxy.
They need him, man.
An ensemble of characters whose profiles had previously
some heavy
been
hitters
even
on
lower. There seemed to be
squad.
no reason for concern until April 2016, when the project was pulled from Marvel's schedule.
Yeah.
At first, Marvel Studio head honcho Kevin Feige said the release date was just being shuffled to make room for a solo Spider-Man movie and a sequel to Ant-Man. But then the project moved to the small screen with ABC, and things got even weirder.
We've been hiding here too long. Let's go to our rightful home.
Rumors
See, they don't
persisted
even
that the project was in danger of being scrapped.
You're not selling
altogether,
nobody on
and many
that scene.
fans were surprised when casting announcements soon began to hit the web, and then disappointed once teaser images soon followed. Terrible teasers. The Inhuman royal family consists of some of the most colorful and outlandish characters in Marvel Comics. You've got Medusa's swirling, deadly red locks, and Gorgon's sci-fi fantasy aesthetic, and the Fishman Triton.
Yeah,
so
I had to do my research on these characters, man. I was like,
artistic flair. But when the first teaser images of the cast and costume were released, it quickly became apparent that we were not going to get that. Fans immediately voiced their dismay on social media. Medusa in particular was singled out, as her hair was less of a special effect and more of a really bad wig. The bargain basement feel of the crucial first promotional image didn't do anything to increase their
Hey,
anticipation
Blackbird looked
of
kinda
what should
tight,
have
though.
been a visual
Maybe. A
spectacle.
little bit.
And the trailers weren't much better. Despite an appearance by the teleporting dog Lockjaw getting a positive response, pretty much every other
Yeah, he
aspect
was
of the
cool,
trailer
too.
was widely criticized. Medusa again
Hey, put Blackbird
underwhelmed
in
as
Avengers.
fans got not even a tease of what her hair could do, and some even began to wonder if her abilities would make it into the show at all. The second trailer resolved that issue, but only by employing some of the worst CGI effects this side of a 10-year-old sci-fi movie.
Never.
A preview shown at San Diego Comic-Con also left fans deriding the new footage as aggressively awful. So instead of hype,
Dang.
the imagery only earned gripes.
Hey, I knew this show was going to
Awkward
suck,
press
but I mean,
panel. A few weeks prior
They
to the
tore
release
this
of the
show up,
IMAX
boy.
presentation, ABC TV held its
They tore
annual
this
press
show
event
up.
with the Television Critics Association.
ripped this
when
show
the
to
cast of Inhumans
shreds.
came out to talk to the assembled journalists, it became quickly apparent that they may not have been ready to field question after question about the poor internet reaction to the trailers and the show's perceived lack of quality. Anson Mount, for example, responded to questions about the poor reception by saying they made him feel like Ben Affleck during the Batman vs. Superman tour.
Or at least partly have spoken.
Ben Affleck was actually,
And the rest of the cast members were
You know,
viewed
he
as
was
evasive, deflected,
listening,
and somewhat
you know.
bewildered by what they were up against. Marvel
He
TV
was actually
chief
mad
Jeff
that
Loeb
BVS
even
turned out
snapped
the
at
way it was,
reporters
wanted
and
to
shut
fix
the
it,
event
so.
down early. Of course, the cast may have had a reason to be on edge. Imperiled production. The plan to divert Inhumans from the silver to the small screen meant that producers had just months to cast, write, and develop an 8-episode miniseries
Only
from an
months?
already ambitious basis.
That's
Making
short
matters
time.
worse, the IMAX premiere of the first 2 episodes meant that those episodes would have to be produced on an extremely accelerated schedule. Those episodes' director
not
Roll
good.
Renee revealed that although the process was collaborative, he was definitely under the studio's thumb all the while, telling CNET there was always a Marvel executive around me just to make sure that whatever I did or whatever we did together would tie in with other characters in other universes, in other comics, in other series or movies. They were very protective. The rushed nature of the production is apparent in the finished
But
product,
that- I mean,
and the
that-
fact that
you
some
should
scenes
tie
are
in
gorgeously
stuff.
shot in IMAX
because Marvel's
actually
good for
hurts
that.
rather than
DC
helps
should take notes on tying
the
in
IMAX
stuff.
experiment.
But yeah,
Critics have pointed out that the scenes that are shot in IMAX look fantastic, but that they also make it even more apparent which scenes were not. The interiors and costumes have every bit the low-budget aesthetic suggested by the trailers, flaws that are only magnified up on that gigantic screen, with the gorgeous IMAX footage occasionally popping in to make the rest of the film look even worse by comparison.
We're Inhumans.
In the first week of a planned 2-week run, Inhumans grossed about $1.5 million, which is a paltry sum compared to the promotional expenses. While an investment by IMAX will make
True.
Inhumans profitable for Disney no matter what happens, it's not exactly encouraging for partnerships of this kind in the future. Critical miss. In the summer of flailing film studios
Attack
blaming
my
critics for
Rotten
killing their box office returns, Inhumans is no exception. Reviewers overwhelmingly railed on what they saw in the series, from the acting to direction to set design and even special
Insult.
effects. Some have gone so far as to call it the worst thing Marvel has done.
has done
And
in
after the
decades?
critical
God.
bashing that Marvel TV
Oh my
execs took
God.
to Iron Fist, that says a lot. Perhaps
Yeah,
the
Iron
fact that the
Fist, yeah,
studio
that-
gave
I
the
mean-
reins of the show to Iron Fist showrunner Scott Buck can be blamed for that double dose of disses. After all, Iron Fist failed to live up
How
to
does this guy
expectations
keep
for
getting
similar
hired?
reasons.
That's
Both
his
shows
name,
were
Scott
rushed
Buck?
in conception and execution, poorly written and
Yeah,
plotted,
that's his
and
name. I
indifferently
remember him now.
staged and photographed. Whether or not the failure of Inhumans is part of any trend of
How does he
declining
keep
quality
getting a
among
job?
Marvel TV
Fire this
productions
guy,
is
man.
up for debate. But if Buck is allowed to go to bat for a third Marvel property, he's going to have 2 strikes against him already.
fire him, but
Thanks
fire
for watching.
him.
Click the
He
looper
clearly
icon to
don't know
subscribe to
what
our
the heck
YouTube
he's
channel.
doing.
Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love
Alright,
too.
that's it. That's the oops. That's the end of that. That's the end of that. Yeah, man. This. I mean, listen, bro. That. How does this dude? How does this guy? How does this guy keep getting a job? That's what I want to know. This guy, Scott Buck. How does he keep getting a job? Like, I mean, this guy. If me, I know they wanted to give him a second chance. But I mean, listen, if Iron Fist was that bad, I would have just said, you know what, you're done. we ain't messing with you no more. Like, Kevin Feige should have came down there and be like, yo, we getting rid of you, bro. We getting rid of you. You feel me? And then seeing how awful the Inhumans looked, I'm like, oh my god. I mean, I know Defenders was the least watched out of the all shows or whatever. I think that was heard, but I mean, man, this looks like, you know, people said Defenders was but this was just this was terrible. I mean, I don't know people who've watched the show or not. I think they have they released episodes for it? I don't know. I think they have, because I saw a couple reactors reacting to the episodes or whatever. But I mean, I just said after that trailer, I was like, I ain't watching that, bro. I ain't watch you. I'ma pass on that, bro. I'm definitely gonna pass on that. You feel me? Like, I'm not finna watch this trash right here. Like, Marvel, you done messed up. Let me see. Marvel, I mean, it ain't like, you know, I'm gonna call them out for messing up, because everybody messes up. But Marvel, listen, bro, this is terrible. This is some trash right here. Y'all should have just gave the Inhumans their own movie. That's all you had to do. Just gave them their own movie, or just like maybe including them in like as a side, you know, little thing in a group project or something like that, like the Fantastic Four. Include them like in the side, or in another movie as a side thing. You feel me? But I mean, Inhumans, I mean, Lord, good Lord, good Lord, trash, man, just trash. But I hope they get it together, man. I hope, you know, Scott Buck, you need to be fired. You need to be relieved of your duties. You don't need to be hired no more. You know, Marvel needs to just kick you to the curb, bruh. You feel me? But leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new. Make sure you follow me on all forms of social media. It's your boy RJ, and I'm out.